Which one's brighter? Definitely that one.
Anyway,
One of these doesn't look
so
good.
everybody take it easy. Give me a thumbs up. Trying to find my box of paracord.
Switch to this one here.
Nice. Very
My
cool.
rechargeable
Guys,
pucks.
like, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel.
Oh, so, you guys hear?
That like button if you will.
Sorry about that. Whoops. Send. What's up, Marco? I was watching Knives Fast live and still was playing it in the background. My bad. He said he's just finishing up, but now he's getting distracted. I don't know what he's saying anymore, though. But he was like, yeah, I'm wrapping it up, whatever. And so I went start. And then I started playing it, and of course he's going. What's up, Waylon? KC, Knives Fast. He's still going. It's all good. It's all good. What's up, Kathleen? How are we doing? Oh, ooh, better lighting. Indeed. Indeed. What's the good word? What's new? What's the hot stuff? What's everyone up to? I think I want to buy one of these. This is Neil's. Oh, action is great though. Look at that titanium, the jigging. Super cool stuff. Yeah, Justin, what's up? I was watching him and he was like, all right, guys, I'm shutting it down or whatever. And then I was like, all right, boom. I'll start up now real quick for a little bit. I got some stuff to do, but I wanted to jump on live for a little. And I know Maddie goes on. Wait, when does Maddie? Doesn't go on till 6? So like in a couple hours. What's up, Neil? You guys think about this QSP from the other Neil? Boom. I am going to take this thing apart, though. We got to do the ano on here soon. I'm not going to do anything crazy to it, so it's not going to jump the ship in front of everybody else's stuff that I'm doing crazy things to. But I am going to just throw this in the ano real quick. Not sure what color yet still, but we're going to go for it. I suppose I can move this. Sitting here reading the chat over there, and it was Casey's chat doing double time. Because why wouldn't you? Is everyone up? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. What's everyone got going on Wednesday? My disc golf league is Wednesday nights. It starts in 3 weeks. So in 3 weeks from now, I'm going to start getting a little busy because I'll have an additional job. I've actually already been doing said job because I've been kind of prepping, making some tags, getting things ready, prizes, stuff like that. Matt in an hour and 40, maybe a little less. Right, 6 o'clock. That's what I thought. Thanks, Kathleen. Yeah, so I'm getting kind of ramped up for the league, and when that happens, I leave. I currently at work. I work till 4, but during season, I've got to deal with them. I get to leave at 1, so I leave at 1, then I go to the set up for league and stuff. I'll probably go live from league once in a while a little bit. Titanium Justin's goal is 2K by April 15th. Justin, what is your exact number right now? Where are you at right now? Boom. Oh, it's fun. I like this knife quite a bit. Oh, come on. Boom. That's the Latama Victoria Miyuki. Anodizing it very, very soon. What's up, Dylan? Undecided on the color. I'm going to be kind of boring with this one. I think I just want to go one solid color and just kind of call it, have it just look clean. To me, this is kind of a classy looking knife. $17.50 exact, right on the money. So you need $2.50. How many do you usually gain when you do do your vertical lives? Do you usually gain like 10 or so every time you do that, or what's it been? Because I know you've been doing vertical lives kind of regularly around like 3 o'clock or whatever, like every day. What's up, Michael? Nick? Meek Ranger. I'm going to be getting those scales anodized very soon as well. I haven't thought of anything better yet, but I'm really honestly thinking my Demcos, I'm going to do a bronze color like this one. What's up, Clint? Fred? What are we up to on a lovely Wednesday? Wednesday? Sure. Why wouldn't you? Fred and Clint. No doubt. Yeah, I have some things to do. As you all know, I have a lot of videos that I can make. I have tons of stuff. Fred's hanging with his mom in Florida. How's the weather in Florida today? Minnesota is dreary. It snowed last night. We got an inch or two on the ground. So we are back to the white. Bronze fade to green. Oh. That would be weird. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Brian, I'm serious about this fork idea. Remember we were talking about this. I want a fork. How hard is it to make a fork? And the more tines you make on it, the more difficult. Like a 3-tine fork that's a standard eating size, you know, not like a serving fork, but actual, like, I would cut up the steak with a knife and then eat with said fork. What's up, Caleb? Whom else is approving spreadsheets while watching YouTube lives? Approve that spreadsheet. Knives are art. There's no such thing as weird. Okay, well, what I meant by that, weird, would be bronze to gold or bronze to green fade. If you want just bronze and just green, it would be weird. Exactly. Because where is my little cheap piece? Oh my God, my stuff is everywhere. The spectrum of the anodizing, bronze is the very first color you get. Bronze. So you start anodizing, you start ramping up the voltage, and you get bronze. Then you get purple and light blue and gold and dark blue and magenta and then green. So you have to go through all those colors. So if you wanted a bronze to green fade, you would either get the rainbow fade, which isn't a bronze to green fade. That would be a rainbow fade. So a bronze to green fade, you would have to fade the bronze and start dropping the bronze. So bronze drops into magenta. So you would have to start off with nothing and fade from nothing to bronze. And then you would have to fade green to dark green, bypassing. And see, the problem is the bronze, so you'd have to do the green first. So you would have to hit the whole thing and then fade it to a green. And then I would have to blast off part of it and then redo that to bronze. It would be weird. It would be quite difficult. When you pick two colors that are right next to each other in the voltage ratings for anodizing titanium, not difficult, because you start from one and you pull it into the other. That's why it would be cool. I don't know how the logistics of that. It'd be wild. It would definitely be wild. Flame fade, flame fade, flame fade. What's up, Paul? How's it going, Lane? Have you seen the new black Spyderco smock and crew wear? Just got yours. It's dope. It sounds dope. When did those come out? Must new. You just got it though? I almost leaned onto my skadoosh. I have not done a flame fade before. And again, like this, to me, this is like a classy. Each knife speaks to me differently, you know. To me, this seems, If anyone could do it, it's me. I don't know. The classiness of this just is calling to me is calling out just gold. You know what I mean? Or just a nice solid boom, blue, something like that. That's kind of what it's when it speaks to me. I'm not always the crazy kind of two-tone. Like, I think this solid bronze looks great. I like this where you've got just this subtle blue in it, you know, where it's not too flashy, but then I've got this on the table, of course. So there's that. They sold out fast. I bet they did. Sounds like a good knife, though. I'm glad you got it and you're enjoying it. Whatever I did to Clincio Jumbo looks amazing. That was just a full. So we started magenta, and then when one side was magenta, we started pulling it out and then dropped it into blue, or blue to magenta. Either way, it was a good fade. It was definitely a good fade. I haven't been in mini lives for a few days because of a wedding and family visitors. Did you get your new computer yet? It has been ordered, Kathleen, and the last 2.5 days it has not left. Like, I got an email 2 days ago that said, oh, your computer has shipped. Here's your tracking. So then I type in the tracking, and the status is unavailable. Status is not yet available for this item. Okay, fine. Well, I checked today, and today it says a label has been printed. Did you put the label on the package and then put it in the mail? Because you told me that you shipped it 3 days ago. So, yeah, the worst. Come on. It's literally sitting there not being shipped. But the thing is see, they've got their trick. They've got their little trick. It says delivery by the 8th, right? Well, right now it says on the thing, it was like delivery dates estimated between the 3rd and the 8th. So like, had they shipped it right away, I would have got it on the 3rd. But they know, oh, it's going to take 4 days to ship. So we really don't have to ship it till the 4th. We can just sit on our butts and not do anything. It's going to be fine. And, you know, I can't complain. If they said it ships by the 8th, you know, you want the overnight shipping, you pay for that. But I got to tell you, the worst is when you look at the total, right? Like, okay, I'm buying this computer. And you look at the total, and you're like, cool, let's go to checkout. You know, free shipping. Let's go to checkout. And then tax was like $110, something like that. Like, it was literally over $100 for the tax. Discussing taxes is a whole nother story. To me, it was like, once you've committed, you hit it, you're checking out. Like, oh, it's $1,200, oh, it's $1,300. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't matter at that point. You're like, well, all right, I guess. But they get you. I will never buy a Dell in my life after the first Dell you got. Dude, you're getting a Dell. What's up, Ron Dobbins? I did not get a Dell. We're going to talk about mine. It's a gaming PC, and I got a Cougar. I know we're going to be having some fun. My buddy works in computers and data recovery and knows a lot about systems and stuff, and we basically pieced it together. We kind of decided, you know, this is all the little components that we want, but the main like shell and base that we went off of is the brand is called the Cougar. So, you know, picking me up one of them Cougars that I've been wanting forever. I got a Cougar. Paul, there was one yesterday. Oh my God. You almost have to just watch the whole live yesterday, because there was one that was good. It was a good quote. I can't remember what it was. I would say it. I wouldn't bring it up if I was trying to hide it. But yeah, whatever it is I said. Where did you buy it that they're slow shipping? Their shipping is 1 week. Or whatever. Or no. 6 to 10 days, I think is what it said on there. So, I mean, that doesn't seem like... I ordered it from one of those... I can't remember the name of it. PCbuilder.com. No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, they said it was 6 to 10 days in shipping, you know, and I didn't buy it in the store. No, my computer whiz guy, we went online and we found the site, and then we was like, okay, we're gonna get this main case. It's gonna have this video card in it. It's gonna have this RAM. It's gonna, you know, we basically built the system. We didn't just buy a pre-built done thing. We kind of handpicked all the items. And it was funny, one of the things he was like, well, we got to look at the cases and try to find a case that you like. Which case do you like? And I'm like, okay, here's the deal. I don't know if you know me. I mean, yeah, I like flashy stuff. I like fun stuff, sure. But to me, the case and the way that the computer looks have zero importance for me. For me, I want the performance. I want it to do what I want it to do, and I want it to have the power, and I don't want to spend extra money to have it look a certain way. Does that make sense? To me, a computer, I get it. Some people are going, but those are the ones that are going like, all right, I'm building this thing. It's going to be $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. We're going to make this crazy system with this crazy whatever, and then they're going to try to make it look super cool. That sure, but for me, oh no, Paul, they all have that now. We get to pick the colors. You get to see some of the insides, and like part of it, like the fan on the back is white, so that when the light is on, the fan looks like the color of the light. So we're gonna be able to be like, oh, this thing's gonna be red today, or blue, or whatever. So all of them have the flashy. All I know is when I saw that it was a Cougar. Let's go with the Cougar, you know what I mean? I mean, it sounds just great. That's why I went 32 gig of RAM, 470, 4070, i7 14700F, but it's been forever. Yeah. Yeah. Now is this thing not rolling on me here? What's going on? Why is this? So that's funny. My chat over here isn't rolling, but my chat on my phone is. How old is the Cougar? John Cougar? Back when he was Mellencamp. Today, Carrie, We Esprit, Tiger Stripe Scales, Jack Wolf, Benny, Titanium Scales, Pina, Titan, Pry Bar, G Watch, Titanium Pen. Very nice, Carrie, as always, Ron. Today, I had my Primo Jack. Had to carry it again. I carried it a week and a half ago or whatever, but when you get a nice one, you start carrying it on more than, you know, it's like, oh, it's only been... I will never use Newegg again after this. What's wrong with Newegg, Caleb? Just from shipping? Because Newegg does have good prices and stuff. I mean, you just have shipping issues. This is the Rough Rider Tobacco sling blade. Oh, don't get you no sling blade. Ron says, everyone make sure you're a subscriber, hit that thumbs up. We got 20 thumbs up, 37 people in here. If we get everyone up, I appreciate. 5 weeks, still no computer. Ugh. How long did they say it was supposed to be before it shipped? Did they say it was a specific time, or did they... I like Best Buy because of their warranty. What's up, Waylon? What's up, Grayer? Isn't this a fun little, the tobacco swing guard, Rough Rider? It's all of $20 or whatever I think it was, but something about the little swing guards, they're fun. They're not super solid. I mean, it's an inexpensive Rough Rider, so it's got a little bit of play. These do move. But when you get in there to do some work, you push your thumb against it, they don't really move. They're solid. They kind of lock you behind the blade, so it's not really a major issue like you're going to be doing some crazy work with this little guy. It's just kind of, to me, it's just fun. Just a fun one for the collection so I can throw it in my fifth pocket on occasion, just for that little secondary or third dairy. For that third dairy carry. What do you know about a third dairy carry? Lander 5? Or wait, Lander 6. 6. 5. 6. I think this is the 6 because the 5 is the one that's on Kickstarter. Yep, Brian, this is the 6. 6. I'm losing it. I have 2 of them. I should know. It's the 6. These are $15. For $15, these little guys are awesome. This is a great little third dairy carry. Nice and snappy. Fun little blade on there. I did back the 5. The Lander 5 was a Kickstarter. Another budget one that's interesting looking with a little flicking hole. I ended up getting 2 of those, so I'll use one of those for a giveaway. Although it's a Kickstarter and it just got passed or whatever, or approved or whatever. We just paid, but it's not. We're probably not going to get them till September. So it's going to be a little while before that one goes out. But I did get 2 of these, so I'll give at least one of these away sometime soon. I'm going to keep one, so I'll either give both of these away or I'll keep one, order a couple more. But for $15, boom. Dive knife. I mean, technically, this could be called a dive knife / throwing knife / I got it for $5. What is it? Stainless Taiwanese. I was at the Badger Knife Show over the last weekend and looked around. Lander, yeah, they're a dope company. I've got the Lander 5. I've got the Lander 1 and the Lander 2. They're both great knives. I actually prefer the Lander 2. It's the bigger version. But yeah, Ben, Nafs, they make some good stuff. But the Badger Show, I picked up a couple of cheapos. This was $5. So for $5, we're going to throw that against things outside at some point in time because we are. Also for $5, I got this one right here. This nice little slip joint. It's a 3-blade, little bone right there. That first blade is cool, but and then there is a spay blade. But the one that's really cool on this, again, $5. For $5, it don't matter. But look at the angle on that. That's crazy. Like, boom, you get way in there. It's a tight draw or pull. That's fun. And then my other $5 one that I got was this fish knife. I kind of went a little nuts on the $5. There were so many $2 to $5 knives. Not all of them are really worth it, but this one was fun. It's fun collection. I'm a knife lover, and I'm a fisherman. And so this with a nice half stop to it. It says fish knife right there. Then it says USA right there, but that's all I got out of it. It's got the scales on the back. It actually feels like it's got kind of a nice edge to it. And it's solid. The blade feels good. $5. Jump on it. So then my larger purchase says, this is one of them. Jack Wolf should do a fish knife. Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should. So I'd never heard of iPack Survival before. Seemed kind of like a cheaper company, but then I looked up iPack Survival, and the stuff that they actually have is kind of heavier duty. A lot of the stuff they do is forged D2, and this is just an absolute pig. Right, Brian? Brian talked to the guy and was like, all right, what are you going to, because he knew I was looking at it, whatever, like, Dan, you got to buy this or whatever. And then he told the guy, he was like, hey, what's the price? What do you give us for it? And then the guy looks at it and then he dropped it from like 80 down to 60 or whatever it was. Thanks, Brian. But yeah, 0.25 thick, 1/4 inch thick, all the way through this beast. But apparently it's D2 and it's a solid chunk of D2. So we could literally pound the hell out of this. So I don't know, Brian, did you reply to that, my little inquiry there, or what? What are we talking on a fork? Brian makes some stuff, and trying to get him to make me a fork. You know, I mean, who does anybody have a forged like fork like that? They, you know, like this size. Hold on, let me find a good one. Kind of like the shorter, better. You know, just a dinner fork. You could even, I don't know how hard it is to make the tines or whatever on there, but if it's difficult, like it's easier to make 3 instead of 4, you could easily make it 3, or if it's really cool, you can make it 2. But I want it to actually work. Like I'm not looking for like a show, like, ooh, look at my show fork. It's like I'm looking for like oh, this is hand forged or handmade, and I could eat with it. You know what I mean? Like, ha! I think that would be fun. What is that knife with the gorgeous blue handle? Ugh. I don't know which one you're looking at. Do you see this one? Because this one here is not. If it was this one, then, I mean, sure. This is a butterfly knife. No, this is a cheapo gas station M-Tech. Boom. I'm a collector of silly gas station knives. If it says USA design on one side and China on the other, and it has an assisted opening, and it's got a silly handle, to me, that's an old school gas station knife, and I like them. So I usually acquire them when I find silly ones like this butterfly. But this one, this blue one right here, this is a gorgeous full custom. This is North Valley's Hogue Deca. Pretty much nothing on here other than the liners are original. Got the acid wash on the blade. We got these custom scales. Probably the nicest looking custom scale design ever right there. I love the way it shimmers off the light. This Deca is awesome. Great action. I kind of want to pick up the Deca. If I were to get one, I'd want one like this. So you can't really buy one like this. You'd have to buy the Deca and then buy the scales, acid etch the blade, whatever else he did to it. It looks pretty sweet though. I got to get this one sent back to him. Kind of reviewing a few of his knives that I got kind of behind on from Texas, but it's been a few weeks after Texas now. You got to motivate, get caught up, get going. Knife second from the bottom on the left. That one right there. This is my custom. I got this at Blade Show, Texas. This is the C Fox. You can see right there, C Fox. We have a satiny hollow grind magna cut with a white paper micarta and a koa handle. Awesome custom right here. He had like a dozen knives on his table at Texas. Super good stuff. Super good stuff. This one here just caught my eye. I was looking at the ones he had last year, and I wasn't really as much into the fixed blades then as I am now. And so I talked to him again this year, and you know, sometimes you pick one up. I put my finger on that choke up and sit there. It feels excellent right like that. I get my index finger out on there. I do this thing where I kind of hook my middle finger into the choke up spot. And for me, it just feels like it fits in my hand fantastic. And I think it looks gorgeous. I mean, come on. Look at that hollow grind, that magna cut, that blade shape. The koa wood has this shimmery change to it when you move it around in the right light. It's awesome. And it would have been, retail would have been $300. He ended up giving it to me for $220. So I think I got a great deal on it, and it's super cool. Definitely my favorite fixed blade. Look at this fixed blade butter knife, though. What you know about that? I picked this up in at the Badger Show in Wisconsin. This guy, he basically takes old high quality butter knives from 50 plus years ago that have a good steel to them. So this one is from the New York Knife Co. Walden, New York. Who knows what year? I don't. But this was a rounded, soft, non-sharp butter knife, right? And so then he reprofiles them and sharpens them, and make sure to be careful not to mess with the heat treatment of it. But it is nice and sharp now. I like old vintagey looking stuff, so for me, that blade with those pits and stuff on there, I think that just looks cool. And it wasn't that expensive, so I jumped on it. I was like, hey, that's fun. I dig it. Gonzo's getting rid of his Tonto hollow grind McNees. If anyone's looking for a Tonto hollow grind McNees, throw some prices at Gonzo. Make both of you happy. What's the deal, Blind Bull Fury? What are you getting into tonight? Bando Picks just got this SOCP dagger. Really loving it. Excellent. Excellent. I don't have anything on the way right now. Do I? I'm in the Rosecraft pass around, and I know for this round there's 2 more that are out there that are going to be coming through in the next week or so. And then I'm also on the Jack Wolf pass around, but we just got that one. I'm getting ready to ship that one off to BEDC. And I am on another pass around, a larger box pass around. I think it's going to like 25 people. I think I'm like 22nd on the list. And it's a pass around with the trade. So I think this pass around box is around, the average is like 100 to 150 or something like that. So it's got like 6 or 7 knives that are all around 100, 150 bucks. And if you like one, when you get it, you can trade like up to like a couple of them. So if I take a $100 knife out, I take one of my $100 knives and put it in and do the swap, and then send it to the next person in the group. So I'll have an opportunity to look at a few knives and maybe do a little bit of a trade. I did one 6 months ago, but it was like a $400 to $600 box, and I didn't have anything at $400 to $600 to trade. So I ended up just looking at them, enjoying them for a little bit, and then passing them on. How do you get into pass around groups? Well, one of them, the one that I was just talking about, where the pass around trade, that was through Tri-States, on Tri-States Discord. That is a pass around that anyone who's on the Discord can jump in the next one if they're interested. The Jack Wolf one, I got invited to. Basically, Titanium Justin created that one. He was talking to Ben at Jack Wolf, convinced him to get in on a little pass around group, put together a group of 4 of us. And I was fortunate enough that he put me. He was like, "You want to be in this Jack Wolf pass around?" I'm like, "Yeah, right." I'm like millionth on the list for pass around. Probably be irrelevant by then. The arcade is pretty sick. Oh, didn't you just finish customizing your arcade? I feel that sounds like it's correct. We can talk more on Instagram later, says Gonzo. Yes. Yes, we can. All right. So, what is, I don't have a drink. I need something to, I need a sip. What did he get? What did he grab? I've got some videos I have to make today. I've got some stuff to do. Duh. I've got some videos to make. I got a bunch of stuff to do. I'm not even sure where to start. I think that's why I went live. I was like, okay, I need to start making some videos. What was the favorite pickup from the last show that I went to, Gonzo? I honestly, I did not get much. There were some things that I wanted, but they were all in that $300 to $500 range where I just wasn't really in the budget. I just spent money on a computer and some other things, and I just wasn't in the market to be spending $300 to $500 on a knife. So I didn't get a couple things that I was really excited about. I do really love this butter knife. There's just something about something that's vintage. It's got a lot of history to it. These little inserts with the spades. There's some initials carved right there, PD. There's these pits, you know, New York Knife Co. It's just cool. It feels nice in the hand. I'm going to use it. I want to like make a steak and use this knife. I think it's fun. Obviously, the big beast Tonto. When I found out this was a forged D2 and it's got a little bit more solidity to it, because at first we were kind of joking around like, it's kind of like one of those, because there was a table that had like these Pakistani Damascus, you know, kind of like one of these ridiculous knives, right? That they had like a $30 table and a $40 table. And they were like this, you know, a lot of that Pakistani Damascus, wood handles, bone handles, stag handles. And if you were to just like back off, not know the price, not know anything about steels or anything like that, and look at those two tables, you'd be like, wow, there are a bunch of cool fixed blades on here. But they're all cheapo, kind of that Pakistani, you know, I'm not trying to talk bad about location. I'm just saying that they're known for making some crap steel. Most of us are aware. And so I was kind of putting this down in that like, this is like one of those just beast things that people make that's just kind of whatever. But to find out that that's a big old chunk of 1/4 inch D2, I mean, obviously, who knows how well the heat treat was. It feels kind of sharp, and it's thicker than a Snicker. I mean, look at that. It's huge. So to come to find out that they do have some higher quality blades, I'm pretty happy with it. That's fun. I don't know if that answers your question. Probably this one. Maybe this one. Something about a butter knife that's like super sharp, I think is cool. And it's just old. I'd like to know some of the stories behind it. Of course, I never will. I don't know who owned it before, who PD is. I'll never know. We could maybe we could do a live stream and we could make up the story. You should really get the Topps little roughneck. Let me take a picture, screenshot that. Boom. I'm really happy with the stuff I saw from Topps. I did go to the table in Texas, and Topps intrigued me quite a bit. They had some really cool, wild stuff, kind of like this. Big, monstrous, aggressive things that are made for going outdoors and just pounding and beating on stuff and taking tough use. I'll definitely check that out. The Lil Roughneck. You have to say it like that, Lil Roughneck. Showed a guy at work your Cobra Tech. He dropped it on the concrete. Now there's a small gouge in it. Yeah, Brian. Yeah. One of the days at Disc Golf League, while we were live streaming, I dropped my Kaiser Hawk, and yeah, straight to the concrete. Someone in the chat was like, "Oh, I heard that," and of course, it hit right in a spot. So like right on the end, like right on this little edge there, it just has this little rough spot. It's not really bad. Not enough that you'd want to go try to file it or anything, but it's like you can feel it. It's like, But I dropped mine. So me dropping it. I dropped one last year by my buddy, because he knew I had the channel. He brought to the park. He had a Spyderco PM2, really nice one. And I was trying, everybody's been on here knows I kind of struggle with opening Spydercos. I think it's my super long hands. And long story short, I dropped it. And not only did I drop it, it came down onto the rock like that on the blade and put a chip in his blade. Oh, God. I reprofiled it. I fixed it. And you can't even tell. Honestly, yeah, we had to remove just a little bit to kind of even it out. But like if that was the profile of the blade, I kind of just evenly kind of just reprofiled the hole all the way down. And so maybe it brought it in just a little bit. But when you hold it up like that, no edge, cuts paper, slices nice. Took me probably a half hour or so to do it. But yeah, when I dropped it, I was like, oh no. And he's like, oh, it's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay. And you know it's not okay. And you know that they know that it's not okay. But he was being super cool to me, being like, no, it's okay. I get it. It's, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, bro, I'm fixing this. I got to fix this for you. That was not cool. And just a little chip right in the middle of the blade. It was like, oh God, what have I done? And I was like, I told him, I'm like, if I can't fix this, I'm buying a new blade. There's no way. I dropped it. I'm a lefty sitting there trying to close this righty compression lock, and I'm standing above concrete. I'm an idiot. I dropped it on the tile and knocked off the tip. Ugh. Yeah, it's like I don't have a problem if I got one of my nice knives that I really like and I got in my pocket. I'm cool with showing it to someone, let them grab it and open it and stuff. But I don't give them to people if they need to cut something. Like today was this. I got the Jack Wolf Primo Jack, of course, so this is in my pocket. This is my main for the day. But if someone's like, hey, you got a knife? Can I cut something? I'm not giving them my Primo Jack. I was giving them the Rough Rider blade. Like French fried taters. You know what I mean? So I always keep that secondary, and now I've been carrying the third dairy. We're going to go with that, patent pending. Third dairy was my little NAFS Lander 6 today, so and I could easily hand someone this one too. This was a great one that if someone's like, oh, anybody have a knife to cut something, it's like you hand them that, and they're going to figure out how to open it right away. They're going to see it, and they're going to be like, oh, boom, probably figure out the lock right away, and then hand it back to you. Probably not cut themselves, probably not hurt the knife, probably not cut something they didn't want to cut, because you're handing them something that's small and easily manageable. It's fun. It's cute. Anybody would always love that. One of those. Which one's faster? Comment below. I don't know. So, I have videos to make. I have things to do. I have customizations to work on. I have shelves I gotta make in the new room. I'm gonna go in the new room quick. What do we got? What's going on here? We're still styling. Oh my God. So look over here, it's fairly clear on the table. Only half of a mess, right? Got a couple, rotate back. Got a couple right here. I got some Yako, Hanks, stuff over on the table there. Got the bowling alley floor. Bada bing. Bada boom. I'm home. Got the room set. I got to start building some shelves, get those up. Computer's going to go right here. So this will be it'll be like that. Live all night. Let's order a pizza. I gotta film some vids. I gotta make some content. I did order some stickers. Well, I have stickers, but I got a few of these bigger stickers a while back And they just had a sale where they have they're 6-inch vinyl stickers. So these are, what are these, like 2-inch, 2 or 3, slightly larger, but so I have a dozen 6-inch stickers that are coming that are beasts. So I don't know. They were on super sale. I'm gonna just use them for giveaways and stuff. Maybe keep one for myself or whatever. But I had to order them because they were on sale. Ooh, Jesus. I got to practice this a little bit more too. Right? Anybody been messing with these at all? Or any good at them? Jesus. Boom. I suck. I definitely suck. So here's my, I got the Blue Lander 6 that doesn't focus. Here's my Lander 2. Wow. Is that aluminum? Oh. This? Yeah, this is a Squid Industries Mako V5 aluminum handles. Yes. And those are titanium. We're going to get this titanium on here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm thinking bronze. Bronze. Does anyone know? I think that the lock on here is also titanium. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll figure it out. If it's not magnetic or whatever, you'll know. But did you check out your ProTech in Texas? I don't remember. There was so much. It's all a blur. Has it already almost been a month? It's been like 3 weeks. Man, I got work to do. I gotta do some stuff. Whew. I don't remember. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure it's lovely. Nitride ceramic bearings. What's up, Greg? Vander Flip. The old Vander Flip. Trying to figure out a way to incorporate my plants. I got this kind of plant wall that I could use and put in the background for the lives, but I'm not sure because I'm going to do that. I want to make a couple of these shelves, so I'm going to do like at least 2 shelves like this, which then I could have a space, you know, like I could do a shelf, a space with plants or something, and then the other shelf. I mean, I have enough room. Sorry, I'm making everyone dizzy. I have enough room right here because that shelf is the one way down there. That's less than 2 feet, about 2 feet wide. So if I do a shelf right here to here, that's 2 feet, and from here to here is 4 feet. I can put in 3 2-foot shelf, 3 2-footers. I don't know if I'm going to keep that right there. So let's say I move that out of the way. I have a solid 4.5 feet from the light switch to the side of that. So I could easily do 2 shelves, put them side by side, just make them look like one big shelf. Or I could put 2, leave the gap. And then what I'm thinking is I'll also end up maybe doing something on this wall, right? I'm probably going to get rid of the dresser. It's just kind of sitting there and taking up space right now. But I could do something on this wall so that we could then turn and like, oh, over here I've got plants or something like that. Maybe that's what I'll do. I could put like a little plant wall right there, and then I could get the shelves in the background there. Maybe find some way to make it kind of fancy, or I don't know. I'm accepting suggestions. Get a rolling toolbox. Those are expensive. And I like being able to see my stuff. Like this is a cool little cabinet, But to me, it's like I'd want it more open so I can actually see. I mean, you can see through the door and stuff, that's fine. But like, or like this thing here is nice for storage, right? But when it's closed, you know, or I even got one of these, I never really used it. So this is, can I open it with one hand? Boom, you got your leather case. Look at the little insert, right? That's the top. Then each drawer, right? Nice leather, nice little pulls, really nice looking velvety inside. But I never really used it. I barely put the knives on it. Just take the doors off of these. But they're just chintzy. They're just kind of cheap. They don't match. I want to build shelves that look nice. I'm going for it. I'm going for it, Marco. I mean, this is a nice cabinet. This one is nice. That one is a cheapo. It works fine. But the reality is the shelf that I've got right now is a cheapo. This one here, I ended up pulling this off the street. Someone put it out on the street getting rid of it. So the tops, you know, there's little chippage here, little wear there. There was a door that was right here that I ended up pulling off. So it was like there was a cabinet in that middle section. But what I like about this is it's just open, you can see everything. So if I had two of these, it would be great. And then what I want to do is instead of like one shelf like that, I want to build something like this, right? But instead of like a little mini shelf like that, I want to have it a whole row, like this thing here, all the way across the back would be like one of these. So then I could have a row of knives across the front, and then I could have it little stepped up behind that. And so then when you're looking back, you'd see all these rows of knives and the shelf. And then I was thinking maybe even make the top one, because right now all 5 of them are the same height. Take this one and actually make it taller, or have it start a little lower, but the top one have it be a little higher. So then I can take something like, you know, like these bigger knives and actually hang it up on that back. So like back behind each level, you know, if I made them a little taller, then you could use some of that wall space like that to hang a few of them up. What's everyone think? What are we thinking? Am I crazy? Doing something. Okay, let me read the chat now since I've been rambling. Get you an Olight strip or two, $12. Can you plug those in? Because that's one of the things I'm looking at. Kevin Smith is so it's like right now, all these are starting to go. See, my pucks are starting to die. This one I just changed, but I have a couple like, you know, I can take out. So I swapped out this puck right here. So see how like this one's almost dead. This one. Oh, this one needs. Oh no. Boom. Much brighter. And these are nice. This one's almost dead too. They change color. They come with one of these, you know, so if you want to go and make them all green or blue or red, or you want them to fade and flash and do different things like this, you know, they're cool. But what I don't like is that I do have to charge them. I'd rather them just be on all the time. So what I'm planning to do is the light system that I'm going to get for it. I think I'm just going to build 2 shelves that look just like this, right? Well, better than this. Get some nice wood, make them look cool, make the shelves a little bit thicker, trick them out just a little bit for fun. Make it look aged or weathered. I don't know. But then I want to do, so what I want to do is instead of just my shelf, I'm going to put a thicker section here. So then when that is a little bit wider, you can hide the strip light. You can put the strip or the light right there behind that little 1-inch little lip. And then that'll blast light into there really well, but you won't see that strip. It'll kind of be hidden behind it. And then I want to have it all wired out the back so I can just plug it in, flip a switch, and they're all on. So then I don't have to worry about charging them at all. So the O strips can be plugged in and they work well. So that'll be something that I'll look up. Honestly, I've seen basically like the long strips, the long LED strips. You can get those for pretty cheap. And if it's something where you're not actually going to see it and you're mounting it up inside, it might be the best bet to just run a few strips, run the wires. I can solder and all that stuff, so you can just basically make cuts. Run one, make a cut, run the line to the next one, make a cut, make sure it's all hidden and nice looking. That's the plan. Which one? I know, Ryan, you probably made that comment a couple of minutes ago. That was your exact display, all mini racks of 8. Where do I keep the boxes? Need to get a bunch of black lights and black light posters. That was my college dorm, I tell you. For sure. Kevin Smith has a cabinet shop. Come over and we can build you something nice. It's a little bit of a drive. It's going to make that cabinet cost a lot more. Can you just make one for me and then just get it delivered for free? I'm going to go pretty basic. I would like to be cool and stuff, but at the same time, I just think clean, wood, thick, a nice thing on the front, but it'd be nice to be able to router some of the edges and stuff and make it look really tricked out. We'll see. My brother-in-law does have some capabilities. He's got like a planer and a few things that we could kind of clean up some wood, and I don't know. I better figure it out though, because I could get those built before the computer gets here. The computer does not need to be here for me to build those shelves. The computer is going to go with the desk where I'm going to have that set up. God, it'll be nice to get all this stuff out of this room though. I've kind of taken over my living room. I live alone, but if people come over, it's like there's knives on every flat surface. I'm like a knife hoarder in my living room. Well, and other rooms. Good Lord. Good Lord. All right. I'm gonna get going. I need to make some videos. I need to get some content going and done. I appreciate everyone. It's always nice bouncing ideas off you. If anyone does have any good ideas for the room or thoughts or just a piece of advice that might be nice, let me know. Hit me up. I have to go drive your grandson. See y'all later. Thanks for hanging out, Kathleen. Appreciate the input. I will look up the O-strip. O-strip? Ostrip? Almost looks like an ostrip. But yeah, take care, everyone. Always good to see you. Check out the lives. Mattisfaction's going on pretty soon. A lot of fun stuff heading in your way in the future. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.